Hi everyone, so it's your girl Cassandra Olivia. Why does my notifications keep going off? Like, I kid you not, as soon as I start recording, my phone's being blown up. The whole time I was doing my makeup, not a single call. Now all of a sudden I want to do my voiceover and do my little intro, and all of a sudden everybody's blowing me up. So disregard. Hey y'all, it's your girl Cassandra Olivia, and I'm bringing to you something a little bit different. I remember when I first got on YouTube, not first when I got on, but I remember like 2 years ago I was really big into the makeup thing, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy all this makeup and kill it and be posting on my channel. And now it's more geared towards hair because I do hair. That's like my first love, but I do love to do makeup, and I wanted to show you guys another side of me. So yeah, we're gonna get into this hair, this makeup, these clothing hauls, these makeup hauls, these wig reviews, this color. We're just gonna educate you guys, and I just wanted to bring you guys a bomb ass look. I actually just recently purchased this palette from Huda Beauty. It's called the Neon palette, and I was like, look, I see a lot of people doing makeup looks using like 5 or 6 palettes, and I just wanted a makeup look with one fucking palette. Like, is that so hard to ask for? So yeah, the only thing that I didn't add from this palette, of course, are the lashes and this liner, but everything else is completely from this palette. This is the one palette makeup tutorial, guys. And this is a side note, but for as much as this palette costs, I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger. It's cute. It's cute. She's decent. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I believe it was like 32, 35 bucks, but I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger. It's not really that big. So yeah, if you would like to see how I got this bomb ass, really quick, half cut crease slash new makeup look all in one, to continue watching. So in this video I do a quick review of my Colourpop foundations that I got along with my concealers. I did not contour because it's hot as fuck outside, and to be honest with you, your girl does not like to contour in the summertime. I don't really feel as though I have to put on so much makeup and heavy layering. I like to just do like a vibrant eye, maybe a little bit of highlighter on my cheeks, but today was just a simple eye look, no highlighter, just the eyes and the lips. I did like a real natural skin look because it's summertime. Nobody got time to be outside hot and melting. So we are at 4K subscribers, guys. Like, every time I get on here I'm like blown away because I just cannot believe people are really fucking with my content. Like, this is crazy. This is such a dream for me, and I'm really just on here grinding and doing what I love and hoping you guys enjoy the ride and my ups and downs and what I'm learning, what I'm not good at, what I'm gonna be good at. We're just gonna take this journey together. So yeah, without further ado, if you would like to see how I came up with this bomb makeup look using the Neon palette from Huda Beauty, honey, then stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. Voiceover taking over now, effective immediately. So the first thing I'm going to use is a flat shader brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going in with my P. Louise base in a shade 3, and I'm just going to spread this all above my lid. So this actually was my first time using this base, so I'm not quite sure if I didn't use enough, if I used too much, but definitely the shadows stuck very well to it. I will make sure that next time I'll either try to use a little bit less just to see how the colors adhere to it, but first impressions are everything, and I like how sticky and tacky this is, but I like the fact that it blends smoothly. So here I'm just using a beauty blender, and I'm gonna go in and just blend out all those edges. Okay guys, so now that's all blended out, and I'm just gonna go in with a Sigma E35 brush, which is a tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna tap into this purple shade that you see here, and I'm gonna lightly press this all over my lid. So I wanted this color to be very vibrant, and looking at it in the package, it's already super pigmented. So what I decided to do was just tap into that shade, pat it on my lid, and then I'm going to continue to tap into it and just keep applying it on my lid in a tapping motion. I don't smear it back and forth because I don't want this shadow to get all up in the white area before you get to my brow bone, and I want to be able to have some room to blend the colors out. So now I'm just going in with the BH Cosmetics blending brush, and I'm tapping that second pink shade that you saw me dab into, and I'm just going to apply that directly over where that purple edge is. And I'm not blending just yet, I'm just tapping it all over, so I'm just patting it up and down. So now with another blending brush that is clean and free of product completely, I'm going to blend that outer edge back and forth very softly, like I'm barely tapping it. And I like to take my time when I blend, so that's why this video is going to be a little bit longer, because I know every time I post my makeup or go live, people always ask me like, how do you blend your shadows out? And this is really what I do. I want to say blending the eyeshadows always takes me the longest time, but it'd be so worth it when you're done. So this is only like halfway blended, guys. Disregard, but I'm going in with that same shader brush from BH Cosmetics with a little bit of P. Louise base, and I'm just cutting my crease. And when I cut my crease, I just tap. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going in with that first shade with the shader brush, that second pink shade with a different shader brush, and then I'm going to mix the purple and pink that I used at the top and just use that to blend out my outer edge with the not a beauty blender, with a blending brush, if I can get my terminology right. So now I'm just using this liner from JD Glow, and this is in the shade Rule Number 1. And I'm ever so gently swiping this across my lid. I've only used these liners maybe once or twice before, so I'm not that good at it. But whenever I mess up, I just go in with a brush and clean it up. So that was actually a lip brush. And because this line was actually shorter than the other, I just went in and tapped it to make it match the other line. So now we have that precision going on. So yeah, if you mess up with the liner, don't freak out. You can always cover it up or wipe it off or cover it with makeup. So now I'm going in with my absolute favorite gel liner, which is the Inglot 77 gel liner. And I'm just tapping onto my eye and kind of dragging it just a tiny bit. This part probably took me like a minute, but I like my line to be super, super crisp and super straight, so I don't like to rush. And I always smooth out the brush by like sliding it on the side of the gel, so that way it's nice and flat. And then I'll go ahead and kind of stamp it and drag it. And as you can see on my lid, I got a little speck on my shadow, but don't worry, I just went right in with a makeup brush and just wiped it off. And I think I honestly applied some shadow over top just to blend it because your girl was feeling kind of lazy. So now I'm just going in with my NYX Fill and Fluff brow pencil, and I'm just lightly filling in my brows on the end. I kind of already have the shape in there from putting the base down. It kind of gave me a guideline. So now I'm just being sure to go in and just fill in my brow where I have any gaps. My brows actually need to be done, so do not judge me. We just gonna create a fake arch, okay? So yeah, I'm just going in and just doing like a nice brow, and now I'm going to use like the fluffy side of the brush and kind of just blend out those lines and edges to make it look a little bit softer. So now that my brows are pretty much to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and apply these lashes. So I like to put the glue on first and let it sit for about 30 seconds. And then I'll use my lash applicator and I'll either press it on the inner corner first and then I'll press it on the outer corner. This is my biggest struggle, guys, when it comes to doing makeup. And that's only because my lashes are so freaking long and curly naturally. So when I always try to put lashes on top, they always lift up or clump or go a little bit higher than it needs to go. So I end up having to place it on there, let it dry a little bit on my lashes, and then squeeze them into place. So this is just a constant struggle for me. I've tried the look down method. I've tried to apply it like probably 4 or 5 different ways. Just because my lashes are long, nothing really works. So just throwing that out there. So I like to blend the edges of that concealer out, as you just saw with the beauty blender. Now I'm also going in with the newbie, which is the Colourpop foundation, the no filter foundation in shade 175. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face. And I'm using my favorite foundation brush, which is a Sigma E40. Oh no, I'm lying. It's a Sigma F80. Ooh, baby. What am I saying? So I'm going in with my Sigma F80 and just putting my shadow on. And this brush actually is not even around anymore, but this was just a foundation brush that I got from BH Cosmetics. And I'm just going in and cleaning up that line as far as like getting in my inner corners, trying to get rid of that extra shadow and just cleaning up the line to my shadow that I have on my eyes. So I like to outline it first, and then I'm just going to go in and blend it. I feel like sometimes when you go in with the brush, if I can talk, damn, it's early in the morning too. But I feel like sometimes if you go in with the brush and try to blend like the edges and where the makeup colors are, sometimes it fades into or blends into your foundation, and you don't want to have splotchy colors all in your foundation. So I like to concentrate it first and then just tap it into place. I don't like to smear back and forth. And because I did get rid of that outer edge just a tiny bit more than I like, I'm just going in with that same blending brush and I'm just dusting out the edges to kind of give it like a diffused look, so it doesn't have that harsh line for me putting the foundation on. So now I'm also using another newbie, which is the Colourpop concealer, and I'm in the shade Medium Dark 36. And I'm just applying this to where you would highlight your face, and I'm going to press it in with a beauty blender. So I like to, excuse me, I like to press in my concealer first completely into my face. I'll do my left side, my right side, always do the middle, and then I go down my nose and just follow the line going straight down to my chin. And then afterwards, I like to go in and just set it with a little bit of Sacha Buttercup powder. Now, What I do as far as the powder is I'll place it all over where the highlighted areas are, and I'll press it into my skin. So just a tiny bit. As you see here, I'm going in, getting the excess off in the corners because I want the corners to be the brightest part. And then I'm just tapping it into my skin. And as you can see, I don't put a ton of powder on. Just enough to absorb into my skin and keep me from being oily. And then just for a little bit of added brightness, I'll go back into those inner corners and I'll just add more powder and kind of let it sit as I do my under eye and the rest of my face. So this will kind of prevent my shadows from falling out into my foundation and prevent me basically from having to start over. So here I am just applying my little bacon layer here and doing the same thing down the bridge of my nose and my chin. And I'm going to show you the most bullshit way to contour, guys, because it's summertime and I don't be feeling like putting on like highlight and contour. I like to highlight to brighten my face, but I feel like contour is like as needed. Sometimes I go without it, sometimes I put it on. So here I'm just showing you, I'm tapping this into my face. I'm going to let it bake. Don't panic. It's going to look a little ashy, but you're going to go in with a big fluffy brush and dust her away. And once you spray your face with your setting powder, it will melt into your skin. So right now I'm looking a little dusty. Don't worry. Trust the process. And the brush I'm using to blend that all out is a Sigma face brush. I don't think I wrote the name of it down. I'm trying to look at my little notes. But yeah, it's just a Sigma face brush, like a big all over face brush. And I like to go in with my e.l.f. powder. This is in the shade Deep. And this is how I fix my contour. I'm just going around with my BH Cosmetics vegan brush, which is the V3. It's like a vegan contour brush. And I'm just going into, you know, the apples of my cheeks and smiling and kind of chiseling my face. And then I like to drag it from my cheek into my jawline just to blend all of those lines out. So because under my eyebrow is a little too bright, but I just wanted to make sure that my base was super light so these colors can really pop, I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Dark. And I'm just going to go ahead and start applying that all over where those white areas are. And I'm sorry if you can hear the garbage truck outside. I'm actually recording this in my garage because my kids are up. So yeah, if you hear a little bit of noise outside, that's what's going on currently. This morning is 7 a.m. So yeah, back to this tutorial. I'm just going in with that face powder. And as you can see, I'm blending those lines out where the white starts. So that way, it'll give me a nice highlight, but it won't be so bright to where I'll be looking kind of like clownish. Now, if you do that, do you. But I just don't like having a super white under my brow look. I kind of like it to fade and look as natural as possible. So once I'm done blending my face out, I'm going to go in with a short shader brush. And I'm going to go into that pink shade that I applied over my lid in that purple shade. And I'm going to just apply the pink shade to the inner corner part of my eye, maybe halfway through to my pupil in the center. And then I'm going to apply that darker purple shade on the outer corner, blend those two colors together. And then I just put a little bit of liner in my waterline and then some mascara on the bottom of my lip. So here's another newbie I'm trying. This is the third new thing I'm trying, y'all. But I'm trying the Juvia's Place Moro lip. And this is the matte lip. And then I'm also applying some Huda Beauty Crush liquid matte lipstick in the middle. And then I'm using a BH small eyeshadow brush just to blend out those two colors to create a perfect ombre. So yeah, this is pretty much the look, guys. I hope I explained this good enough. I'm not really good at this, so I'm going to keep working at it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I don't know if I'm the only person that does this, but honey, once I'm done doing my makeup, I just be staring at myself like, damn, I really did a little something, you know, just a little something I threw together.